Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today's video, as you can guess by the title, by the thumbnail, basically today's video is the M4 best class setup video. And just before the video starts, this is going to be a little intro clip showing you what the class setup is visually. Don't worry, in the gameplay I'll be talking in depth about why I use certain attachments and why I have this all set up the way I do. So basically, here's the M4, and what we're rocking: the stock M16 Grenadier, the GI Mini Reflex, the no stock, the stipple grip tape, and the tactical foregrip. You'll be seeing in the gameplay today why I was using this, and I explain in depth why I was using those attachments, because trust me, this is the best class setup for the M4. Honestly, it's absolutely insane. You're going to love it. Also rocking that camo. I don't know what that camo is called. It looks pretty good though. It's actually a fire, it's like a flame skull camo thing. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. I mean, it's cool. Using a deagle. Honestly, I'm not even going to bother turning the attachments on these because I've just been putting whatever I've leveled up on it. As you can see, the gun is only level 7, so feel free to use whatever you want here. It could be a launcher, it could be a pistol, it could be anything. But the perks, this is something I kind of going to recommend here, which is you should use Scavenger, Restock, and Battle Harden. I use Scavenger to get more ammo. You need more ammo to, win your gunfights with the gun that you're using. Using Restock, I love to replenish my Claymore and my Stim. The Stim helps to be more in the gunfight, more engaged, because basically once you get hit, you have to wait to heal up. Instead of doing that, I can just stim, and then my restock will help recharge the next stim, so I'll have 2 stims ready to go in case I get hit multiple times, who knows. And the Claymore, we already know this thing is ridiculous. It says front toward enemy. It doesn't matter, trust me. If they're behind this thing and someone sets up in front, it's going to kill the person behind the thing, so just use the Claymore until they nerf it. It's so broken, and using restock allows me to replenish another one and just get another kill with the Claymore. And I use Battle Hardened because obviously it's basically tap mask, and the amount of stuns, flashbangs, whatever you can name has been thrown at you. I don't want to go blind basically, and all these stuns and that just absolutely blind you. You can't do anything, and Battle Harden helps to negate that. But anyway, this is my M4 best class setup. The gameplay is going to do the talking for itself. Again, it's a 58-11 ground war 32v32 gameplay with the M4. Absolutely insane. We own the gunship as well, the VTOL. We just go absolutely ham. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get into the gameplay. Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's Modern Warfare M4 Best Class Setup video. That's right, Best Class Setup video. We're finally doing it. You want to know why we're doing it? Because we managed to rank this bad boy all the way to level 71, and we already know what the best attachments for this gun is. Trust me guys, I've been playing around with this a lot. I've been trying to make it aim down sight faster. I've been making it more bulkier. I've been making it do more damage. I've been making it more accurate. And I think I found the perfect combination. I've tried everything. I've tried the lasers, I've tried the stocks, I've tried absolutely everything. And I can guarantee you right now that this here is the best class setup, or best class setup for the M4 that you can use in the game right now. Now yes, we are expecting a nerf to this gun, as well as the 725 shotgun, which I won't be doing a video on because the 725 is basically overpowered because of certain attachments. For instance, the one that turns into a KSG shotgun on steroids from Black Ops 2. But enough about the 725, that thing is playing in multiplayer like anyone's business, and I won't be doing a video because again, that thing will probably get nerfed into oblivion because that thing is so overpowered. But this gun is also quite overpowered right now, and that's why you probably noticed your lobbies are filled with M4 sweatheads, including myself. Now the reason for me sweating with this gun is because I was trying to do the best class sub video for this gun, and because this is the top priority gun right now in Modern Warfare, I decided to do this. So let's just get right into it anyway. I already did an intro clip showing you what the class setup is, but I'm going to explain why I chose these things. So let's start with the, I'd say less important, more kind of your personalization and what you want sort of thing, which you can change, which is the Reflex Sight. So I use the GI Mini Reflex. Why do I use that? Personally, I just think the sight's more cleaner. I like being able to look around my scope and everything, and it's just a very good looking reflex sight in my opinion. And here's a thing as well, a little tip. So you can use this with no sight as well, and feel free to add an attachment wherever else, but keep in mind, adding another attachment somewhere else, like another grip or another muzzle or whatever, can change the way the recoil works on this gun, or the aim down sight speed and stuff. So be careful when you are interchanging things. That's why I kind of recommend to use my perfect setup, just because I think this is just the perfect setup for it. So yeah, the GI Mini Reflex. Basically, I'd use, if I were you personally, if you are going to use a reflex or a sight in any form of capacity, make sure you're using one of the reflex sights. Basically, one of the sights that you know is kind of not a hefty sight that is going to aim down sight quickly. Because if you didn't know, yes, they do say that they make the aim down sight speed slower. When in actual fact, because of frame rounding and stuff, again, you're going to have to watch exclusive today's video on this to understand what I'm talking about. But basically, the aim down sight speed is not affected when using certain sights such as reflexes. So feel free to use reflexes if you were worried, bothered about changing your aim down sight speed because of them. It's just a thing. If you feel like your sight is aiming down slower, it's just placebo, trust me. The aim down sight speed with a reflex or any sight that is not a hefty sight will not affect your aim down sight speed. Okay? Just get it out of the way. So let's move on to the next thing. Let's move on to the big boy attachment, which I think makes this class what it is. The stock M16 Grenadier. Now this thing is basically the way you get the best damage, the best range from this weapon. So why am I using this? First of all, it increases the damage range, already a bonus. Next, it increases the bullet velocity, which is also great, and it improves the recoil control, which is useful. Now yes, it does take down the aim down sight speed, and it does take down your movement speed, but we do have attachments to counter this, so don't worry about that, guys. Trust me, use this. Personally, it's either this or the Corvus Custom Marksman is what you should be using. The other three are pretty useless, okay? The stock M16 and the Corvus Custom Marksman are what you should be using this class setup. But personally, I think the stock M16 Grenadier, after trying it out for a while, is a lot better than the Corvus Custom Marksman. Right, so let's move on to the next thing. The stock. Hands down, you should just be using no stock. Increase movement speed and increase the aim down sight speed. And this thing here, the no stock, makes a massive difference to your movement speed and aim down sight speed. Like I can't put into words how big it is, but the moment I took it off and tried to use something else, the gun just fell to pieces. Yes, it does have the con of the aiming stability and recoil control, but again, guys, what are we doing with this gun? I'm counteracting the fact that the aiming stability and the recoil control is getting taken down here. But don't worry, trust me, the aim down sight speed and the movement speed makes this a big trade-off, and it's very worth it. It really, really is, especially with this game. The aim down sight speed, well, the sprint to fire speed in this game is kind of a problem. So having a gun that is able to have a high movement speed and a better aim down sight speed is massively important. So trust me, use the no stock. I think everyone should be using the no stock. I don't think there's any other reason why you should be using any of the other stocks. So yeah, the no stock. Next up, now this is where I'd say people would be a bit iffy here and could choose around on what they want. So I personally went with the tactical foregrip because it makes the aiming stability better, but does decrease the movement speed. Now yes, we've already just bonused the movement speed, so why would I want to take it down? Because this doesn't have too much of an effect on that. And plus, the aiming stability, now this, people are going to think, oh yes, that improves my recoil. No, that is not what this does. What aiming stability does, it kind of affects your recoils, but not really. Basically, this allows your gun, instead of going upwards, so recoil control is the ability of the gun going upwards, right? So vertical. What we're trying to do here is horizontal, which is the side-to-side movement. Now this gun shoots upwards and to the right. So what we're trying to do here is reduce the amount of, I don't know how to put it, the amount of recoil going to the right. So we're trying to keep it as straight as possible, because vertical recoil is very easy to control. Again, if the gun's going straight up, what do? You just pull straight down on your analog stick. So this is why I'm using the tactical foregrip. Other recommendations here, because there are many that you can use in this class, so for the grips. So you could use the Ranger foregrip, which does recoil control and aiming stability, but this penalizes the things that we just improved, which are the aim walking movement speed and the aim down sight speed. So it's up to you whether you want to punish that or, take that down, but it's useful, it definitely helps, but I feel like the tactical foregrip is what is needed here. And also there's the operator foregrip, which is if you want the recoil control to go down. And I believe that is it for this. Yes, that is it. But also, quick recommendation as well. If you are someone who's not going to use a sight, personally, use the compensator. Now, yes, this decreases the aiming stability. Yes, this decreases the aim down sight speed. But the recoil control, now this massively reduces recoil. Like, it's absurd. So if you're going to do something without the sight, use the compensator. It's incredible. Paired with like an underbarrel, I believe the compensator and the Ranger foregrip, I believe, is what makes the best decrease to recoil. But that's not how I run this setup. Again, my setup: stock M16 Grenadier, the GI Mini Reflex, the no stock, and the tactical foregrip. And then finally, we had the rear grip. And what was the rear grip? We had the stippled grip tape. Again, what is this for? The aim down sight speed, the sprint to fire speed, and yes, it reduced the aim down stability. But you put all these combinations together, and this is easily just the best setup for this gun, okay? I can tell you that now. And this gameplay will kind of speak volumes for that, okay? This is a 58 kill game. Yes, I do die 11 times, but you're going to see, we go on a tear here. Like for here, for instance, you can see the kill time of this. You can see the recoil is not hard to control whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure I got a few decent long distance kills. And obviously in the intro clip I'll talk about my perks and my setups currently, because obviously I'm running the 2-stim and the claymore setup, and half the reason for that is, one, claymores are essentially a free kill, and as you can see we're just going in here. People coming in, constantly killing them, eventually get taken out, too many grenades, too many stuns. As much as I'm using the perk to deal with stuns, they do damage you, and eventually I was going to die. There was like 15 million people spawning there. But you can see as well, we're rocking some meaty kill streaks. We finally got it. The gunship. That's right. Now this thing's a beast. Now I still haven't learned how to use it yet, because again, this is like my 5th gameplay ever getting it. So don't worry guys, there are plenty more gunship gameplays coming. But yeah, the gunship. This thing goes in, okay? If you're someone who's pretty good at this game, and are able to earn kill streaks, then try and run the gunship, because this thing is absolute beast. I tried running the other one, like the helicopter that you fly around and you just shoot the machine guns. I hate that thing. It's not very good at all. This is a beast. Okay, this will clear people out of buildings as well and stuff like that. Look at this tank. You see this guy in the tank? What are you doing, son? Get out of that tank. I had enough of you camping in that thing. I had enough of you killing my teammates. It's not happening. But yeah, as you can see, I'm switching it. I hate how it does this though. I don't like the camera change. I wish they'd like remove that or do something about that. I get the realism part and all that, and switching cameras to do different like launchers, like the rockets and the, what is it called, the 250mm, the 40mm, and the 25. I don't even know what bullets were. And obviously we're going to call in the VTOL jet. If you don't know, the VTOL jet is easily the best kill streak in the game. It's quite decently easy to earn. It's about 8 kills, I believe. And that thing just wrecks havoc. It comes in as like a flyover, and then it just sits there on the map and just destroys everything in its path. It's insane. I don't know how many kills I've already got that thing. That thing's a beast, honestly. But yeah, the M4 is the best gun in the game by far. And I don't know what else to say really. This thing will get nerfed, but I still think it'll be one of the best guns in the game. But with this getting nerfed, or possibly getting nerfed, I still believe it's going to get nerfed. It should do. It's plaguing multiplayer. I'm sure you can look at the kill feed right now and all you're probably seeing is like 725s, maybe a few snipers here and there, but basically 725s and M4A1s will probably be lighting up that feed, and a few snipers here and there. But yeah, and as you can see, we're using the claymore setup quite perfectly well. Again, this thing is so cheap and overpowered, and yes, I am using it and abusing it until they nerf it, because restock, just to have the ability to have more claymores, is just so ridiculous. I can just plant a claymore wherever I feel like, whenever I feel like, and just get that free cheap kill. Because most people aren't running EOD because they're running the overkill setup to try and have an M4 with a blimmin', what do you call it? The 725. Now on my class, by the way, I'm obviously using a Deagle. Now that's not really anything too special, really. I'm not going to run overkill to use the 725. I'm not that horrible of a person. Yes, I have been using the 725 because I've been trying to get the little sniper attachment before it gets nerfed. I want to have a little bit of fun. There's no point me dying to it over and over again if I'm not going to have fun with it myself. So trying to get that leveled up, trying to mess around with that. Again, not doing the best class setup for that. But the next gun I'll be doing, because I think once the M4 has been nerfed, again, it should probably be getting nerfed. Not to the ground, I hope not anyway. Otherwise my class setup is going to become irrelevant. But I do believe the next best gun in the game, honestly, and you might think I'm crazy. I think people would say it'd probably be the Kilo or some other assault rifle. I believe the MP5 is about to be the best gun in the game, once the appropriate nerfs and buffs have taken place, because we don't know as well. You never know what buffs could happen in this game. But yeah, as you can see, the M4, just look at that. The control, the precision, the kill time, perfect. Honestly, this class setup makes this game feel like hardcore. It really does. I think this game in general feels like hardcore half the time, but this class setup is a cheat code, okay? I've been messing around with this M4. Again, I've never put so much work into actually getting a class setup to be as perfect as possible. Because again, in other Call of Duties, we haven't had this many attachments to pick from. But in this Call of Duty, we have so many attachments that affect so many different things on the guns that I had to spend a lot of time. Like, I've definitely put at least 10 to 20 hours in this gun alone, just to get you guys this best class setup. Now, yes, it is an M4. It is for probably a gun that, you can mess around with a bit, by the way. You can, like, change what I do a little bit on the gun. But, personally, this is the overall setup, because obviously in this game, you can change how the gun behaves. You can make it a run and gun class. You can make it a sit back and just sort of, head glitch class. There's many ways you can run a gun. You can turn any gun into anything you want. So, if you wanted to make a run and gun, obviously you just stack on all the attachments that improve the aim down sight speed, improve the stock, but obviously the cost of that, basically, if you were to make your gun shoot or aim down sight as fast as possible, you're going to lose recoil. You're going to have more recoil. You're going to have more aim stability. Like, you're going to have to control more of your recoil, basically. And we don't want to be doing that. We want to be accurate all the time. If you were to change to the aim down sight speed and make that the best thing possible and make the movement speed as good as possible, you're only going to be able to win, really, the short to slightly mid-range gunfights. Because at distance, your gun's going to be going all over the place. It's going to be going left and right, up and down. You don't know where it's going. So that's why I made this class set up the way I have. It's just a perfect, pretty good run and gun class, but at the same time being able to do the short to mid-range to long-range gunfights. And yeah, again, this gameplay speaks for itself. It's a 58 and 11k gameplay, which I think personally is pretty good in this game, especially in Ground War, because Ground War is quite easy to die a few times, so that's why I died 11 times. There's a lot of people on the map, there's a lot of things you got to look out for, and with tanks and with people sniping, there's a lot to look out for. But dropping 58 kills is pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm going to let the gameplay finish itself off. But I hope you enjoyed today's M4 best class sub video. Please do try out. Obviously, I don't know how far into the levels you have to get all these attachments, but again, I've got this gun all the way to level 71, and I believe this is the best class sub for the M4. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed my M4 best class sub. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe with notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Well done.